I hope by now, from our experience and perhaps some of the things I've already said to you in this short session, there's a little more clarity about what SRM is and what it might be, and the potential impact it has on the business, both negative and positive. But how is it actually done? And how do you make the results of it sustainable and predictable? I believe that SRM involves a sequence of activities that involve a number of critical dependencies. And I'm going to propose to you a framework for how we should be thinking about SRM. Now, most programs, whenever organizations talk about supplier relationship management, they're mostly talking about their supplier engagement. You hear things like collaboration is good, adversarial behavior is bad. We talk about partnering, we talk about innovation. We don't hear much about how they actually get there. And I think this is because organizations fail to really reflect on the cause and effect relationships between different stages in the run-up to supplier engagement. So let's start with where we mean to end just prior to our engagement, and that is with the relationship strategy. Now, the relationship strategy should be bringing to the organization real clarity around what it is the organization is trying to do with a given supplier, what the potential quantum of opportunity is with that supplier, how critical it is to us, and how are we actually going to govern that relationship? How are we going to manage the implementation of our SRM activity, indeed our supplier engagement? That's fine, relationship strategy. But who's going to document the relationship strategy and what goes into it? Well, I've talked a little bit about what it might involve, but you need relationship analysis. So the sort of tools that we're used to, the porters, the power and dependency analysis, supply market analysis, relationship perception, a whole number of different factors impact on our collective shared understanding within our business of what's really going on in this relationship and what is the actual potential for us to drive significant post-contract value. Fine, you might say. Yeah, we'll get somebody to do relationship analysis. But who does it? Well, most of our organizations assign a category leader to develop the relationship strategy and the analysis that goes with it. But the best of the organizations see it as a cross-functional endeavor. Cross-functional teams coming together, users and technical procurement specialists who will guide people through that process. Why is that important? Well, A, you're bringing more intelligence and experience to the discussion, but you're also building shared commitment on the follow-through. Cross-functional team will need to engage with a wider group of stakeholders. So the whole organization, what are our business requirements? What are we trying to achieve from this particular service or product or category that we're offering up to the supply chain? Now, my proposal, or my proposition to you, I think that thing will disappear in just a second, is that all of this is focused on a given supplier. But that's not enough because you need some enablers as well. And here are the key enablers. You need some sort of technology. You need a process. You do need tools. You need templates. Now, we're not talking necessarily about the Encyclopedia Britannica here, but you need something that will allow people to do this important work of analysis and strategy making on a relatively consistent basis. Now, of course, we'd love to do supplier relationship management with every single supplier, but we can't, so most of us know that segmentation is a crucial part of the picture. So we have to have a segmentation process that allows us to identify the most important suppliers, including the ones that have got the biggest value at creating potential. Like all change programs, and similar to category management, we need a wave plan. Which suppliers are we going to focus on this year, next year, and beyond? We need senior executive sponsorship, who's going to endorse the program, who are going to provide resources, knock down doors, whatever it takes to make sure that it's implemented. And of course, we need aspirational targets and a method of tracking the benefits. But my feeling is that we don't have sufficiently high aspirations for post-contract value from our suppliers. And I think it's possibly the next wave of competitive advantage for our organizations. We've been working very, very recently with an organization who has zero aspirations for post-contract supplier relationship management and believes that the focus is all about getting our sourcing right. The thing is, you have to walk and chew gum. And the best organizations assign significant resources, make significant investments to make sure that post-contract value is indeed created and then secured.